One of the things a lot of people say, to your point, Peter, people say this will not be done in a week or a month. Some people say it won't be done in 10 years. They view the ISIS threat as big as the al-Qaeda threat, which took at least a decade to decimate al-Qaeda. But listen here to John McCain, who has been very critical of the president, saying there should be strikes in Syria immediately, go after those leadership targets. He says not only does the president need a more robust military strategy, he needs to take some time, a big speech or something, to explain his long-term strategy to the American people.
What is his goal? Right now, he says his goal is humanitarian protection and humanitarian crises, handling them and protecting American troops. That's not a reason to build a coalition. And also, you have to lead coalitions. America must lead, not just, we're not all equals. We lead, they follow.
Does McCain is a frequent critic of the president, but does he have a point on this one in the sense that when the airstrikes in Iraq were first launched, the president did say they would be limited. It would be for humanitarian purposes to protect the mountain in there, to protect Americans. And now we've had these 2 executions of American journalists, and it does seem to become a bigger mission. Maybe the president does need to give a new explanation.
He does, and may need to take it to Congress, too, which is going to be the challenge, because under the War Powers Resolution, the president has 60 days to go to Congress if he's beginning to wage war. That clock has already started in August. So if he wants to continue this campaign past October, he's going to face growing pressure to lay out a comprehensive strategy and take that to Congress and have a vote, which clearly would be a role.
It's also Democrats. I mean, led by Tim Kaine in his party, saying he needs to come to Congress and also explain. I mean, the White House keeps saying these are not combat troops. These are not in a combat role. You know, that's true until they are in a combat role, and he has to sort of go out there and say what these troops are doing, because it's not just 350 to Baghdad yesterday. You know, it's over 1,000 now since June.